dubiest of the tubiest, the best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you. And I'm 50 plus. This is on his way out, Chris.
On my way out.
Before we go, I'm gonna let y'all know how he busted my lip up and broke my teeth. He did that while I was sleeping. If I was awake, I'd have got it, you know. No, that's not exactly how it happened, okay? So, what had happened was the dunnage on the deck of the trailer. The dunnage is used for several things. One is to lay out in increments along the trailer, the deck of the trailer, so they can lay product on top of it, okay? And then they scoop it up and get it off you, and you done made that money. But dunnage lays down, they're 4x4s, they lay down on the deck of the trailer, product sits on top of it. If you aren't using it, then you can build a rack in front with them. And generally speaking, you don't want to go higher than 4x4 stacked, okay? We generally would carry about 6 to 8 pieces of dunnage, so that would mean 2 rows of 4 on the deck of the trailer. You can also put them under the trailer, and we're going to show you how to build that those dunnage piles there, and where to store them, okay? So we have them built on the deck of the trailer, and at the shipper, we aren't allowed, at this particular shipper, we weren't allowed to stand on the trailer, so I had to stand on the catwalk to release the chain binder. And when it sprung loose, the load bar swung around, hit me in the face with quite a bit of force, and tore my lip up and broke some teeth. So I'm in Tulsa so I can get the dentist to take a look at the damage and see if he can do anything about that. So there's a couple of different binders that are here at Melton, and one of them is should be all phased out with whatever's left on the trucks being phased out. And I had a couple that needed to be phased out. However, I didn't realize. Now I don't use chains all that much. Most we do is straps, right? You know, we don't use. Did you even get to do any use of chains the entire time? So I guess y'all better pay attention when you're out there on the orientation process. When you're out there on the yard, the securement yard, make sure you get some chain usage. So whenever I get ready to use chains again and binders, well, actually, these binders, I'm in Tulsa now, they're coming off the truck. But I'm going to show you guys which ones, the 2 different ones, and the one that should be phased out. And if you have them on your truck, you need to immediately take those out of use, okay? Destroy them, do whatever you're going to do with them, but, you know, don't let them bust you in the face, okay? And this isn't, I mean, that's coming from me, but the fact that you're not supposed to have those on the truck anymore, that is not for me. That's a company thing. But I mean, they don't know what you got on your truck until you say, hey, I got this phased out equipment, and then take them off and they're going to hand you the right product. Okay, so let's go talk about that. And we're going to build, well, Chris is going to build for you a headache rack, and with the dunnage, and I hope you guys can learn something. Here we go. All right, everybody. So just kind of threw that up there for right now. We're going to work with that in just a minute. Here's a location for your 4x4s. As you can see, there's a strap that's got those there. Here's another one. Now, these would have some sort of securement around them if you're going to use this area. These are actually going to go up there and make a headache rack. You don't want to carry them right here unless you got them secured. You can also put these over here. Okay, I'm gonna show you something else. Let's walk around. This is the way the trailer looks without the dunnage underneath them. That's the same thing on the opposite side. See the other ones in the front up there? This is really where you want to keep them. Okay, we got the others on the other side right there. We're gonna put them up top so we can show you guys how to build that properly. All right, everybody. First, I want to talk to you about the different chain binders, okay? Or snap binders, all right? These two, as you can see, this area right here on those is different from this one, okay? This one and this one are the ones that should be phased out. If you got those in your truck, get them off. This one is the one you want, okay? Now, we're gonna show you how to build this bulkhead. As you can see, it's already actually built. What we want to demonstrate to you is the use of the snap binders, okay? So let's first grab either one of those. That's fine. Attach there, grab another link. All right. Excess chain out of the way. Now, we're gonna pay attention to how this binder is gonna snap. Okay, and I want you to pay particular attention to that leverage right there. When it comes over, it's gonna break it, and then it's just gonna snap hard. Bam, right there at the end, okay? Now, Chris, just try to lift up to release a little bit. And you see it, hold on right there. You see how that thing doesn't allow any movement. Try it again, Chris, just a little bit. You see how the whole thing is locked down? That's 100%. It has fell over and then snapped and locked 100%. So it's under full pressure at this moment, okay? In order to break this over, you're gonna have to put full force to break that, okay? That's where the danger happens. We're gonna do it off camera. I don't even want y'all to use these binders. All right, so this is the one I don't want you to use. We're gonna take that binder off and we're gonna use that one, okay? It's just gonna lay the chains out, pretty much do the same operation, okay? So I'm gonna spare you guys the details until it gets ready to snap it. All right, so we're all set up. We're about at a 45. You can also get it a little bit more that way if you like. But let's go ahead on and make that one happen. There you go, step on the deck. There you go. All right, so now we saw that one snap. So let's go ahead, Chris, and try to lift that up. Got some wiggle room? Yeah. All right. And this one, see you had some distance right here? And this one is even kind of old and need to be lubed up too. But go ahead on and pull it the rest of the way. And watch them by hand. Look, see that? Now it snapped. You see that, guys? That broke almost at a 45-degree angle. That doesn't work like this one does. This one gave you room to swing before it actually broke loose. That binder is 100% more safe than this one. This one gives you zero movement before it breaks. That one gives you about a 45, then it breaks. That one gets that bar away from your body and then it breaks over, okay? All right, everybody, I really hope that little video on the use of those snap binders, or the difference between the snap binders and, you know, I would show you my broken tooth, but, you know, That little short pointy one right there, they had that joker split like a ramp. But I'm gonna go over there and see the dentist here in a little bit. They're gonna take a look at it, tell me what he's gonna do to fix that, make something happen. Okay. Anyways, you know, if you got those binders on your truck that has zero movement before it snaps, you need to get those off your truck. Swap them out with the ones that gives you some swing. Okay, the object is to get the bar away from your body when you're pushing it and releasing it. Okay, most of the time it's not down low like that, guys. By the way, most of it is at an angle, so you're pushing it away from your body up at an angle, because we generally use those chains for flat steel and coils. Excuse me, man, and coils. Okay. By the way, if you're using flat steel, if you're carrying flat steel, use chains. Okay. Listen, X in the front, X in the back on flat steel, okay? One chain across in the back. That's generally how I do it, and then I can make up the difference with strap, okay? Or maybe I'll go strap chain, something like that, you know. But I've seen guys with all straps. I seen this guy with all straps when I first got started. And I did that. I didn't even look in the, by the way, for the Melton drivers. See if I can get this out without creating a mess here. This manual right here, okay? It actually has securement in it. It shows you pictures and things of that nature on how to secure your loads properly. If you do not have one of these books, they're in the Melton app. Under safety, you're going to see a logo that looks like this. That would be this book on your Melton app, so you have the book. You just don't have it. I know I think I'm a preacher, but if you know what that preacher is, you go to the book. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Wow. No, I'm not gonna do that. Somebody gonna say blasphemy. I'm just making a joke, okay? You have that app. If you have the app, then you have the securement book, okay? And double check yourself, okay? Just make sure if you have any question in your mind at all, that little bit of well, that should be enough to double check. You know, call safety. Take a picture of it. Take a picture of your load. If you go to the Melton app, take a picture of your load and go to safety. It's going to show, it's going to little tab say upload pictures, okay? You upload the pictures and put in the little information that they need. Give them a few minutes and then reach out to them and say, hey, I just need some pictures. I need some, you know, some advice on how I should secure this load. I often see on Facebook, guys, you know, putting their loads on Facebook. And I know you guys probably have never seen me comment on Facebook, and I can make that probably 100% because I don't comment on that thing for several reasons. For this one, for the purpose of what we're talking about, the folks who comment on there are the drivers like you and I, and they may be very well intentioned, but they're not safety. Okay. Call safety. I can understand reaching out to your fellow drivers to get, you know, some information, and you know, and they are well intentioned. Okay, well, a lot of them are well intentioned. Just welcome, I don't mess around on there because some of them aren't. Okay, but if you don't know how you cipher between good and negative information, how do you do that if you don't know? Safety knows, and they are 100% trying to make sure you get it right, okay? But I moved a load of flat steel, and when I got to Laredo, I was informed that I should put some X straps on there, and then they took me to the back and showed me a load that was done properly. And I've done it properly ever since, you know? So use chains. So anyways, when you're using coil, the chains are at an angle. When you're doing flat steel, you're gonna do it just like we was doing that bulkhead. We was flopping them over right off the top of the bulkhead. It's the same way when it's flat steel, it's gonna do that way. You need to make sure that your posture of your body is correct. When you saw when he was getting ready to snap that, break that over, he was standing on a catwalk, and it was so much more difficult to move that on the catwalk. Then he moved to the deck of the trailer and was able to position his body weight in a proper manner to where he could support his weight and move that the breaker bar over. Okay. Some shippers do not allow drivers to get on the trailer, which is where I was, and I ended up standing on that bulkhead where he was when that binder let go. If I had been using the binder that went 45%, it would already been here, and then it broke that way. Even if it had broke, it would have broke behind me. I had on a hard hat and safety glasses, and it hit me in the mouth. I wish I'd had a mouthpiece, right? A hockey mask or something. But hey, I just want to pass on this information, and I really hope that it benefits and helps any of you guys. And I appreciate you and your hard, muscles to break the thing over, I got some guns too.
Go ahead.
Till I see you again, deliver undistracted. And here's your boot.